Dave Kelly here, member of Aquascape's Pond Squad, also known as the Tech Guy. Today we're going to take a look at actually troubleshooting a water feature pump. Hopefully after watching this video you'll be able to go out, a few quick steps, get your water feature back up and running again. Alright, first step, troubleshooting. Sounds like a head slapper. Make sure you have enough water in the water feature. On a pond it's easy. You can take a look at the body of water and see how high the water level is. You can also come over to your skimmer system, open it up, take a look in here, and you want to make sure your water level is up high, about 3/4 inch down from the bottom of the opening of the skimmer. Now if you got yourself a pondless waterfall feature, you're actually looking at a stream of waterfall coming down, disappearing into a bed of gravel. It's a little harder because you don't see that body of water. You physically have to go over and lift up your lid of your snorkel system and take a look inside. If you find yourself having challenges keeping your water feature topped off, you can always install an automatic fill system. It'll take care of it for you. Now once you've made sure you have enough water, the other thing that be causing a problem is actually your filters not being maintained or being full. So for instance, your skimmer system, which is actually bringing all your leaves and debris in, if you haven't come out and maintained this in a while, or if it's like it is right now outside where it's fall in Chicago, you have a lot of leaves dropping off the trees. This thing is chock full right now, and this will actually prevent water from getting down in the pump. Telltale sign is actually your pump gurgling. If you hear your pump gurgling, you know it's not getting enough water. It could be either because your system is actually low, or it could be it's clogged. Regardless, you don't want a pump gurgling because it's not good for the pump and it will shorten the lifespan on it. Now if you check your basket and there's no leaves or debris blocking anything, you want to go down below that to the secondary filter, which is a filter pad. The filter pad is designed to take a lot of the smaller sediment particles out of the water, basically polish your water. Pull that out. You can see here, this one hasn't been cleaned in a while. So while your basket, you probably want to check that maybe once a week. You can probably get away with once every 2 weeks during the summer. This right here, you can go a lot longer than that. But when you notice your waterfall starting to slow down, typically this is actually starting to clog up. And it's as simple as just hosing this off and putting it back in. Should take about a minute or two. If a little bit of filter maintenance didn't take care of the problem and your pump still isn't working, you're going to want to pull it for inspection. There's a fitting at the top of the skimmer here or in your pondless setting that you want to unscrew it and physically pull the pump out. Real easy to do. I pulled a couple pumps here to show you the differences that'll affect some of the things that might happen as far as troubleshooting is concerned. One of the pumps we have here is a solids handling pump, and you'll typically have very, very little maintenance of this because it can pass solids and debris right through it. But you do want to actually check out, make sure nothing's clogged in there. Screwdriver is a good way of doing it, and make sure the pump's unplugged, obviously. Get in here, make sure the impeller spins. There's nothing actually like a piece of mulch or bark actually stuck in there causing the impeller not to spin. The other type of pump is a high efficiency pump. Very good in electrical costs, doesn't handle solids as well. So when you pull a pump like this out because it's not working properly, chances are it's being suffocated by algae, debris, sticks, and leaves. The good thing about it is simply pulling it and scraping that material off of here and getting rid of it will get that thing up and running like new. If you don't see any debris on the outsides, it might have made its way inside, and you can pull this intake filter off of it, take a screwdriver, make sure nothing's impeding the impeller or stuck like a piece of bark or mulch has made its way through it. Clean it all out, snap this back on, put it back in your filter, and you're up and running again. If your pump is completely not working, you're going to want to go over and check your GFI. Now we always recommend to have any electrical item outside put onto a ground fault protection like this. This makes sure that everything is safe, and if there is a problem, it cuts power to that device. You open this up, there's a button on here, you push this button, and if there's not a problem, it'll continue to run. If there is a problem, it'll click again. Now, a couple things to be aware of with the GFI, you can get false trips or ghost trips. It's a very sensitive little piece of equipment here. If this box isn't closed all the way, for instance, and we get a rain, and the rain gets blown in here by the wind, it can actually cause it to false trip. Another issue you can have if it's not a dedicated GFI. We always recommend that if you have an outlet outside, that it's dedicated to that system. On older homes, a lot of times, you'll actually see these being tied up into the bathroom on the house. So if someone's blow drying their hair and you have the water feature running and lighting outside, all that can also cause it to trip. So if you notice multiple issues like this, have a qualified electrician come out and check it out. If you push the button and it continues to trip, go pull that pump because there's probably an electrical problem with the pump. Sometimes you might find the problem with your pump is simply a broken part. This here right here is a volute. This pump, if something does break on it, simply some bolts you can pull off and replace the part. You can either go to our website, search for parts, or go to your local aquascape dealer and pick it up.